friend, welcome to the live study channel. Today I am going to discuss Vue.js interview question and answer. So let's start. My first question is, what is the Vue.js and explain directives in Vue.js. So basically Vue is a extended HTML with HTML attribute and called directive. Okay, and called directives. So in a in a prospect of directive, the directive is a piece of markup that tells the library what to do with a certain DOM elements. The Vue.js comes with a number of built-in directives such as vbind and vmodel. We can also make a on directions, right? So in just to see in an example form, right? And also Vue.js directly offer a functionality, right? Functionality to HTML applications and provide built-in directives and user defines directives, right? So it just such as examples means you can create app, right? Just like it means HTML, right? Headers, in a header you can write the titles. And then if you want to use in same page CSS to use styles, okay, in the display if you want, okay, then header close, then you can start the body. In a body you can use any headings and paragraphs, okay. Then after you can create a div, right? And the div id is equal to, for example, app, okay, app. And then in a pause is a message. So basically div is the message, maybe any message like some SMS, okay, MMS, right? Then also close the div. Then after you can create a script. A script is basically is a library to connect, okay, like unpackage, okay, maybe if you want. Then after again create a scripts and then pass the message, right? Create a script. In this scripts like constant f is equal to view dot create app, create app, single column, then data method, create a data method, and then return message, return message means SMS, okay, in column was like hello world, right? Then close, and then final closing. And this app dot mount, right, has app. So in this situation, this, and also and also closed, right? Close the script, right? Scripts. So its output is hello world, right? Hello worlds. And one more thing is basically directive used in Vue.js. Basically, use Vue.js is used for the double bracket. Means double bracket means just I'm part the SMS, right? Like this one. So don't be confused. And then pass any data, right? So it's the same things. If you want to example, so just for the message and the app increase hello words. Okay, that's all. Move to the another one. Another question is what is what is the one way data flow in the Vue.js? So all properties work is one direction, which means data flow from parents to kids. When a modification is modified to a parent's property, the child property is automatically updated, but not for other way around. It prohibits a child from changing the state of the parent's property, which can make your application data flow more difficult to comprehend. Means if in this way, I think you have already heard, it's a Vue.js binding, right? Means when a Vue object is bound to an HTML elements, the elements will change when the value object change. Suppose suppose just first of all don't remember it means you should create div and div id. Okay, div id pass is equal to app app then close and just pass one like ms12 is called directory, right? View directory, right? And close the div, right? And create in a paragraph just click buttons on click is equal to and use functions my functions. Okay, and then click me and close the buttons, right? Close the buttons, and then after you can create a script. Means where my object, okay, object is equal to new view, right? Then il il means elements, right? Elements has app. Okay, then data in a data pass SMS, right? Hello value, right? Hello blue. then close, and then make another functions, use function, just I'm using is a upper is a my function method, right? My functions, okay, then pass my object, then pass my object dot sms is equal to hello, okay, then close the script. So output will show on a screen this type is means just show hello, right? Hello value, and is in a button, after click button just change the value is hello, that's it. In a two way, it's a one way binding and there is a two way. Is a simple two way means the two way Vue.js two way binding is means I'm not actually my marker is not writing is the same, so just means is a two way means suppose my output is hello, and create a create a input device, right? Just I'm typing hello, hello word, so it another change is hello word is both side, this one, right? And same another is the view dot looping binding using the p for directive to bind array of the view to an array of estimates. So now let's explain another way, okay. So move to another question, explain the components properties. So the data is passed from parents component to the child components using components property. A component can have as many property as its want to. Proper property is the custom attributes that become a property on the component instance when a value is supplied to it. From parents to child components, a component's property forms a one-way down binding. Actually, I have already discussed binding. When the parent's properties change, it affects the child, but not to other way around. So as a result, when the parent's components is modified, all components are updated as well. As a result, we will not have to worry about the mutationing. The property is all components, child components means. So in this scenario, two there are two situations. Means suppose parents, right? Parents, and the second one is child. So using this property for child, so in past this is parents property in child. So use pass method, property. Okay. And then is child go to this one, okay, and then pass emit events, this one, right? This. So don't be confused. Another question is, how can you share the data between components in Vue.js application? So the parent components to child property is used to send data from one parent's components to a child components. The property are custom attribute that you may register on a components, and when a value is supplied to those property attributes, that components instance become a properties. As a result, all modifications made by parents components are reflected in the property attributes of the child components. To handle these problems, the value instance provide the notation of events child component to parents. Some scenario may be necessitate communication back to the parents components. Hence, few instance provide the concept of events to solve these cases. The parents components can view be on to listen to any events on the child components, and the child components can use the init method, right? Actually I have already discussed this is a few minutes before, means init method, and and to emit any events, right? So the data sharing across components, in some cases data sharing across all the components may be essential. So few acts of overcoming in some cases data sharing across all components may be essential and challenging by establish a centralized data store that is accessible to all components, right? Move to the another question is, explain the Vue.js mixins. So mixins is a Vue.js enable a versatile approach to reuse Vue instance and components functionality or codes. So mixins are stored in a separate files and can be reused across several components. When a component use a mixins, the mixins is choice become a part of the components options. There are by merging them with the components options, the mixins are a flexible way to attributes reusable functionalities for few components. A mixins object can certain any components options. When a components use a mixins, all options in the mixins will be mixed into the components on options, right? In this example way, suppose I'm creating mixins one. In a mixins one creating, there are two functions, like functions one, okay, and then functions two, right? And another one is mixins two. Mixins two create another one functions three. So both are merged, okay, merge and mix to the another one. Means me create the new object means function 1, function 2, and function 3. Okay, this is called makes sense. And option merging is another way, but it's the same thing. Okay, means when a mixins and the components itself contain overlapping options, they will merge using appropriate strategy. If if for example data object undergo a recursive merge with the components data taking a priority in case of the conflict, means suppose where mixing is equal to, right, is data function, and then return message hello, right, and who pass ABC, okay, and then close this one, and this one. There are three brackets close, 1, 2, 3. Then oh, then pass another way, same way, create a new view, okay, and then mix and mix one, and then data function, same function, and pass goodbye, and then beep. So and another create a functions. So how to use run means consoles dot log, okay, and this data, and data pass the message. So message is a pass hello foo and abc, and then bar, then after that squares, right, this one. Another question is, what is the virtual DOM? See, in a Vue, the document object model is represented by the virtual DOM, which is a JavaScript object. In need of updating the DOM directly, the application updates the Vue.doms. As a result, it's reduced the real DOM's updating cost, which is computationally expensive. The timing at which the virtual DOM is rendered can be controlled with a virtual DOM until you pick it. The virtual DOM will just keep the data in its current state without rendering it. Value DOM can also help you improve the performance of your web app by reducing the number of times the documents need to be updated. Another question is, what is the use of the dollar parents? So in the child components, dollar parents is used to retrieve the parents component in instance. It's more difficult to test, more difficult to and debug the program, and can't we figure out the mutation comes from few. Also, as a child functions to return the child components, it's not the similar like parents, right? So next video I will come in the same topic. Okay. So today, thank you, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe this video. Thank you so much.